Back in the 1930s, life had a certain rhythm to it. It was slower, simpler, and grounded in family and community. It was a decade marked by hardship, no doubt, but also by resilience, invention, and the kind of togetherness that's hard to come by today. For many baby boomers, the stories you heard around the dinner table or from your parents and grandparents were forged in those very years. The Great Depression cast a long shadow across America after the stock market crash of 1929. Jobs were scarce and folks had to stretch every penny. Families made do with what they had, patching clothes, planting gardens, and canning everything from tomatoes to peaches. It was a time when waste not, want not wasn't just a saying, it was a way of life. Yet despite the economic gloom, neighbors looked out for one another. If someone lost their job, others pitched in. Bartering was common, and hand-me-downs were expected, not frowned upon like today. Radio was the centerpiece of the living room. It brought the world into the home, whether it was FDR's calming voice during his fireside chats or the thrilling drama of The Shadow and Little Orphan Annie. Families would gather around the set in the evening, the glow of the dial lighting up the room as everyone leaned in to listen. That shared experience was something special. Of course, the 1930s weren't just about struggle. There were moments of joy and innovation. Swing music filled dance halls with the upbeat sounds of Benny Goodman and Glenn Miller. The movies offered a magical escape, with stars like Clark Gable, Shirley Temple, and Greta Garbo lighting up the silver screen. People flocked to see The Wizard of Oz and Gone with the Wind, two films that, to this day, still hold a special place in American culture. Technological change was creeping in too. The first supermarkets opened. Washing machines and refrigerators began replacing hand washing and ice boxes, at least for those who could afford them. The first jet engine designs were drafted, and while much of rural America was still waiting on electricity, the promise of modern life was on the horizon. By the end of the decade, dark clouds were gathering overseas. World War II was looming, and everything would soon change again. But for a time, the 1930s carved out a unique place in society's memory. A mix of grit and grace, of struggle and spirit. It was a time when people had little but made the most of it. And those stories, the ones you heard growing up, carry that spirit forward even now.